your instructions for the NDP, because when it comes to shadow boxing, I can't tell you very many mayors that really have seen the dollars. What they have seen is promises, promises, and promises, but they haven't seen the money. And of course, municipal governments are not going to go forward and start giving out contracts if the money's not in the bank. It's just not doable, Mr. Speaker, and I thank my colleague for his question.
The honourable member for Medicine Hat, a brief question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd just like to take a moment to remind the honourable member across the way that these high deficits and debts that this country has was actually started by the former Prime Minister Pierre Elliott Trudeau, and the current leader says he is cut from the same cloth. He is a tax and spend Liberal. And in fact, it was the Liberal Party who dumped $25 billion on the costs of the provinces to reduce the deficits. So I would like to ask the honourable member, Mr. Speaker, if in fact he would support our 2010 budget, where we are not going to dump these costs on the provinces and the municipalities. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Member for Richmond Hill, a brief response.
Just we need an anthropologist come in and take a look at where is the backbone over there. I mean, Pierre Trudeau. Why don't you go back to Sir John A? Because we had, of course, the building of the Canadian Pacific Railway. The reality is the fastest time for deficit was during the Mulroney time, although you fellows weren't very close to Brian Mulroney. But I would point out to you that it was the deficit in 1993, and I'll do this slowly, 33 cents of every dollar spent was borrowed money. So it wasn't real money. I don't know how you run your household, but in mine, if I spent 33 cents, it wasn't mine really, I'd be in a lot of trouble. So we had to deal with that. And yes, we made some tough choices. But I'd also point out to you that the provinces have the same expenditure power as the federal government, if not more. And yet, you know, anybody, listen, I was in municipal government. People like to say, let somebody else spend the money, give me the money. Doesn't work that way.